Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. This is Marco, and I am back at Central Park. We've done an entire video covering Central Park. Check that out if you want to see all the ins and outs of this beautiful facility. But today we are going to be continuing on Water Street, showing you where Water Street ends actually. It's going to be on a street called Galleria, and this is going to be an important street to know, because one direction on it will take you towards Lake Las Vegas, the other is going to take you towards the highway to get on the strip. Galleria is kind of like a good staple road, so I'm going to show you just how far it is exactly from Central Park that we've seen in a different video. So again, we're on Sunset and Water. I before had a video where we were on the far side over there, closer to the Smith's parking lot for reference. But yeah, I'm gonna start jogging right now, and I gotta say, YouTube, I just finished working my first overnight shift. I'm feeling pretty good, you know. Didn't have a lot of fatigue. I don't drink energy drinks really ever. I did have like half of a Monster, and I felt like that was a great boost to get through that shift. I chose to be working night shifts so that I can focus on this video series. I think that there's some great perks to working nights. I can upload this video. It takes like 5-6 hours to upload, right? So I'll be sleeping at that point, wake up, edit the video, post it, get to work. Seems like a pretty good strategy. Also, when I'm meeting with the business owners to show you guys the establishments, right? Let's say someone says, oh, I can meet you at 9 a.m. All right, well, then I won't go to bed right after work. I'll stay up, meet with them, then maybe sleep from like 2 to 9:45, and then get to, or 9:30, whenever, and get to work. Or let's say I gotta meet with somebody at 4. Well, then right after the shift, I'm gonna get to bed, wake up, and then start my day on the back half. So I just feel like there's good flexibility with working a night shift and wanting to find a night shift job, and just kind of spend my time and energy doing something for the greater good, other than just trying to make the most dollars per hour that I can. I think that there's something to following a dream. I'm passionate about Las Vegas, 100%. I'm on Cadence View right now in Water. I'm passionate about Vegas, and just kind of want to use I'm 29 years old. I want to use my youth and the ability that I have to run around, work nights, be single, to do stuff like this. The Home Finding Center is going to be to the right. Central Park's right behind us, as we saw before. Richmond American to the left. Woodside Homes, Taylor Morrison, Beezer Homes, Century Communities, Storybook Homes, Lennar, Dr. Horton, American Homes, Element 12, Adler, and Elysian Homes. Now there's so many of these signs for these buildings or housing opportunities off of Galleria, right? On that path from Galleria heading towards the highway, you're going to see so many. And that's about a 4.5 mile stretch. So that's why first I just feel like, all right, I have to show YouTube how to get to Galleria. And then from there, they'll have a great frame of reference traveling to Lake Las Vegas, or traveling the other direction towards Mark Street, towards the Strip. I'm going to show you everything, YouTube. It's going to take some time, but it's going to be detailed, and I'm going to have a guide where you can really just get a great lay of the land. And I was exploring with, I'm walking right now. To be honest, got a little side cramp. Just kind of got to walk this off for a minute before I start jogging again. Lost my train of thought there. There is kind of an art of YouTube to just talking to yourself, I feel like. Still using like the we's, the us term, because we're all in this together. But it's not a live chat, I don't have people commenting back. So I kind of just gotta come up with stuff on the fly. I'm not one of those content guys where I'm gonna be reading from a script, cutting up the video, splicing it up, making it look edited. You're also never gonna see me utilizing AI. Except for, I guess, the subtitles, and then I go back and edit. I'm not even using filters. On my Instagram, if you want to follow that, it's at marco.henderson_. No filters even on my stuff. Just really trying to be as real life as possible on this YouTube / social media. Let's see if I can get back in the jog here. And here's honestly just a nice neighborhood stroll. It's not even, it's probably 7 o'clock right now. I feel like it's like 75. I mean, that is so not accurate. You just have to trust me. I keep saying I'm going to get like a better way to show you the temperature. I feel like if I just edited that in, it would suffice, and you guys would take my word for it more if it was like posted in the video. Again, we're on Water Street. If you head down on Water Street the other direction, you'll find yourself at the Water Street District. A great shopping, entertainment area. Salons there, just a lot of small businesses, great community. And I right now have 4 video shots highlighting 4 of those businesses. I'm probably going to go back to Water Street tonight or before work, probably around 3, and see if I can catch any more business owners, let them know about what I'm doing. I might also try through email to follow up. But that's what we have going on. It's kind of a side thing to running on the streets. Another form of videos that I want to be putting together are metal detecting. My old manager, when I was selling furniture, I was doing pretty well selling this furniture, and my manager was on her last year before retiring. And this lady put a lot of time, knowledge, and energy into me, and I highly appreciate her. And I do plan on getting back to a true sales career, after I finish this YouTube project. But the company was cool. They would award us with gift cards, and she had used like $200 and something for an Amazon gift card to get me this metal detector, because I wanted to make that a hobby for myself, something different to do. And to be honest, I have not metal detected yet, but I've been waiting to be out in Vegas to do it. And Janice, I'm sorry if you just heard that I have not used the metal detector yet, but I am planning on doing it and making it like an aid for hiking, and make walking videos. So yeah, metal detector is gonna be a thing. Honestly, I want to bring that to like a beach in California. I've never been to California. Never been. Morning. I would love to go to California, and yeah, I'll be that guy with a metal detector on the beach. Why not? All right, so over back there, there's a traffic circle that I will go back for to show you and end the video with, because that takes us to East Lake Mead Parkway, which we've done a bunch of videos on. That's like a pretty main street. So this video is gonna try to like just piece together the map of what's going on out here in the Cadence area. Give you a good feel, good sense. Again, if you're gonna be living out here, you know, this stuff might just give you a better representation of how your everyday life might be. Your commutes, the resources, the parks near you, all that stuff. Yeah, and then since I touched on it a little bit, you know, I moved out to Las Vegas last June, and I got a job. Very blessed, fortunate, highly appreciate them. Love the team, love the staff. Got a job at a top tier luxury fashion company as a client advisor, and was very happy there. But my grandma had gotten sick with some pneumonia back home in Chicago. So I quit the job, went back home. Thankfully, you know, people told me they were praying for her. She got better. And I moved back here then with the idea of, you know what, I'm going to kind of follow this vision and start the YouTube and show people Las Vegas, the true locals side of it. A lot of locals may claim I never go to the Strip. Well, this video series is going to give you a good idea of what those people might be doing other than, you know, gambling. There's a lot to do out here. All right. We're about to be on Galleria. All right, YouTube. So, this right here, whoops. This street going in that direction will take you to the highway. There's also a highway off of East Lake Mead Boulevard that we saw near the industrial park, right? But this is going to take you a different direction towards the Strip. And I'll get on these highways and show you. All right, but this has a lot of housing, a lot of different options, those signs we've been seeing. You're gonna see it all down that path. Over here, this is a nice gated community. This is Tuscany Village right here. We cross the street. Alright, so we're here at Tuscany Village. This is just another one of those beautiful gated communities. I mean, that could be you pulling out of there, heading to work. The landscaping is just miraculous. I talked about that winning combination of just great landscaping, fancy gate, Italian name, light illuminating from underneath the landscaping. That stuff just makes for very iconic living situations, luxurious, I might say. Just being out here though, in general, living in Las Vegas, the area just feels luxurious in its own right. But there is Tuscany Village. There's their sign. And now this way is gonna take you towards Lake Las Vegas, Wetlands Park, Teresa Park. That's all down this way. So if you kind of see the connection, go up straight, there's Water Street. That's gonna take you to pretty much the Smiths. That's gonna pretty much take you to the Water Street district. You'll be on East Lake Mead Highway or Parkway, right? And I'm gonna show you the other path to take this roundabout and show you how, the other entrance to East Lake Mead Parkway. It might actually be that Mohawk Drive from video 1, I think. I gotta do a better job like dropping in these videos. I ended the Lake Las Vegas videos with like other Lake Las Vegas videos. So that should help kind of guide people towards like, following the series. One of these days I gotta like not run and just stay in and make the current videos better that I already have up. Try to create a little bit better product with taking advantage of all of YouTube's stuff. There's a directional sign coming up. Home Finding Center, Central Park, right? That's where we started the video at. Richmond American, Woodside Homes, Taylor Morrison, Beezer Homes, Century Communities, Storybook Homes, Lennar, Dr. Horton, American Homes, Element 12, Adler, and Elysian Homes. Now, just up this little ramp. Not a ramp, I don't know what that is. This pathway. Just got a little angle to it, a little incline. And I'm gonna make a left there. Show you East Lake Mead Parkway. Should be familiar if you've been following the series. And I think this video is just a good bridge to kind of refer back to good perspective of kind of the area. not a big soda drinker. I had a soda during the overnight shift. I had half of an energy drink. To be honest, I'm feeling, now granted, I also did not sleep. I usually wake up and run. This is, working the overnight and then running, but I can feel the kind of performance decline. Probably not as hydrated as I should be. Ran out of water and didn't go to the store and get more. So take care of yourselves. My head of lacrosse coach in 2016 totally gave me some great nutrition advice. He said, don't drink your calories. I mean, it's so easy to down drinks. They can have 200, 400, 1,000 calories in them. And it's easy to drink. It's a drink. You have that drink with a meal, with a good amount of calories in it. Well, wait a second. It might be hard to lose weight or to stay in shape then if you're drinking your calories. So, I mean, honestly, since that, it's rare that I don't just drink water. Morning. Also, room temperature water is usually the go-to for me. I've heard, let me show you, this is Cadence Crest. Cadence Crest, there's the roundabout. That's going to take you to Water Street. Central Park over there. That'll take you a different direction I have to show you. This is where we're going right now. But room temperature water is more so like the temperature, your internal body temperature. Cold water is not. So your stomach has to expand to make the cold water, be like room temperature in your stomach. So take that for what you will. If you enjoy a cold beverage, hey, go for it. I'm just kind of killing the time, telling you a little bit about, not that I'm some nutrition junkie. I believe in some good balance. But I do think people should, move their bodies, find opportunities to. Just do whatever you want, until you're tired. Call it a day. You just got better, that's the way I look at it. It's also kind of like a marathon, not a sprint, so I won't feel discouraged if I only ran 25 minutes today versus 45. It's just, it is what it is. I feel like it was a good workout still, and that's all that matters. We're coming up on this set of homes here to the left. It is, let's see, off New Herritage Road. This is Herritage by Lennar. Herritage by Lennar. Again, same formula as, like a gated community out here. The gate down there. Nice landscaping up front. Right. We're on Cadence Crest right now. Yeah, here's Herritage. I was about to say, I started doing distance jogging, outside. Whoops. Back in 2016. It's been nearly 10 years, and yeah, I stopped for some years, on and off. A couple years on, couple years off. But, I feel like I built up a good endurance doing some distance running. And my lacrosse coach is the guy that kind of got me thinking a little bit more like a well-rounded human, work on flexibility. He had a yoga coach come in and teach us yoga, you know, cardiovascular endurance, muscular endurance. To me, that stuff just became more important than how much can you bench press and be as big as strong as possible. You know, I don't think that my knees appreciated some of that stuff, or my back. And I feel a lot better just running, doing some light dumbbell stuff. Thanks for listening to me talk a little bit about fitness and kill the time on this jog. When you see where we're at, this might be a really cool like light bulb. Hey, okay, now I know where we're at. Type of video. We got a bus stop right here. All right, RTC.
I can see a bunch of.
Oh, thanks, man. Totally, man. I can't believe he lost to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Dude, I turned the TV off instantly. Haven't watched wrestling since. Can't believe it.
But I knew it was going to happen, and that's the crazy part. I knew it was going to happen because you got to think about it. What's the next storyline going to happen? And that's what I think about. The next storyline.
What's your name?
Eric.
Eric. Hey, I'm Mark. I'm good talking wrestling with you. Now, let me tell you one thing.
Hold on. Don't be careful. You don't swing it in somebody's face.
Some of these releases that they're doing nowadays. Back in the day, if somebody was leaving the company, they would do a I quit match, right?
Yeah.
You know, maybe they write them off with some big injury.
Yeah.
Right? Work it into the feud.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they just kind of release these wrestlers, and it's leaving me feeling like, man, well, what about what I just been watching for?
Yeah. That's how I feel about Asuka. I think she got released. I don't think it was something, personal. I think they just released her. She's good. Like, she's one of the good ones, like Damage Control.
Yeah.
That was a cool little thing, but then people start getting injured, and then Io Sky when her separates, and then Kota Kai. And Kota Kai's not even there, right?
Right, no, she's been gone, and Kairi Sane they just got rid of.
Yeah, and now they got rid of
Asuka. Why not just do a big match? Asuka, Kairi Sane, right? Make the I Quit match, make it the something,
yeah,
you know?
A proper release, like, hey, like, play for the, what's that thing called? Careers.
These guys are old. They put in a lot of time, you know.
That's what they did with AJ Styles. But
that was pretty good. They worked it in.
But with Gunther though, I don't think that should have been. I thought it should have been AJ Styles and John Cena. That should have been a last match. AJ Styles versus John Cena. If they both are going to retire, they both should retire at least together. That would have been a good one.
Yeah, man. All right, Eric. Well,
I'm about to catch this bus.
All right, man. And you have a great day.
I see you recording. You got like YouTube or something?
Yeah, man. So I've been on YouTube, like pretty much just running the whole streets, trying to give YouTube the most accurate, real life look at the Vegas suburbs.
Yep.
So
what's your YouTube? I can follow, subscribe to you.
It's thanks, man. It's Marco Henderson, and then everything Vegas suburbs. MARCO. Yeah, MARCO, and then Henderson. And then everything Vegas suburbs, but it shouldn't come up. No, that's not it. No. Let's see.
I'll look it up.
Everything Vegas suburbs. Yeah, I think that's it. I was wearing the CM Punk shirt here. He's my favorite wrestler since I was in 6th grade. That was just a great resident of Las Vegas. I mean, we just had a little wrestling conversation there. Love talking shop with fellow wrestling fans. All right, but we are here on East Lake Mead Parkway. Cadence Crest is the street that becomes Mohawk Drive on the other side. There's the Henderson health and rehabilitation place that we have seen before. I've mentioned before, living here kind of feels like Rocket League in real life. Here we have a cyber truck with a paint job or skin. Oh, we're gonna get a good look at this thing. We almost got to end the video on that. But yeah, there's East Lake Mead Parkway. There's a YouTube video that shows you, or there's multiple YouTube videos that shows you the entire path from, this point all the way down to the highway. You can watch that within 4 different parts. I'll post those different parts here. But YouTube, Thanks for watching. Best of luck, health, and happiness to you all.